of this guidance on the many more practical points he pursued after the book was written. And I think that's true. I mean, how difficult it is to write a book and to capture all your thoughts and, to continue, to do your work and then to continue to live. You're going to learn more. So he would talk, but he wouldn't necessarily capture some of those elements. So with this in mind, the trustees of the Napoleon Hill Foundation directed that the key elements of Hill's later inspiration be set forth in this book. Thank you for that. Now, this is a new work. And Napoleon Hill's Keys to Success gives us direct, simple, even brilliant advice on implementing the 17 principles of success, the major idea behind Think and Grow Rich, and the focus of Hill's lifetime study. With it, we will see how to focus our ideas and enthusiasm into a coherent, comprehensive plan for prosperity. The techniques for applying the 17 principles, the methods by which we can develop them, and the practical insight into their influence on our lives are here just as Napoleon Hill laid them out. The text of the book is Hill's own. It's compiled from manuscripts, lectures, and college course materials that he wrote. The only addition to Hill's work is the inclusion of some contemporary examples of the 17 principles in action. Because Hill's wisdom was so universal and enduring, the benefits of following his advice are just as easily demonstrated in our lifetime as they were in Hill's. The hazards of ignoring the 17 principles are also still all too easy to see. They're included too. Napoleon Hill Keys to Success is vintage Napoleon Hill. It's direct, straight-talking advice in the manner of the backwoods Virginia boy who became a confidant of presidents and the prophet of a uniquely American philosophy of achievement. It will offer us lucid instruction, keen insight, and a host of opportunities to improve our situation and become a better, more valuable person as we do. As we read, keep ever in our mind Napoleon Hill's fundamental maxim, the keystone of all his thought, and you will experience the rewards of success as surely as millions have before you. Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, your mind can achieve. And that was Napoleon Hill's mantra, wasn't it? I know that it is all about thought process and the way that we see our lives and the literalness of that statement. Whatever the mind can conceive is one portion of it, and believe would be the second portion. The mind can achieve. So if you can conceive it in your mind and you can believe it, then you can achieve it. And that's the fact. And that's what Napoleon Hill is trying to bring to us. So it comes easy, I think, to some people. I look at some people and I just think in my head, how can they be so successful? And for those people, it comes naturally. They don't have to necessarily work at it. They don't have to break it down and think about, okay, what's the first principle? What's the second principle? It just comes naturally to them. They've got their masterminds in place. They've got their definiteness of purpose. They've already got a pleasing personality. They're saving their money already. They've been raised to save their money. So for those people that it comes naturally to, they're not necessarily going to be reviewing a work like this. This work is for the millions, I dare say billions, who struggle, who suffer. And it's not just in my society. It's way worse in other societies. And you guys are listening out there too. I know you are. You guys out there in other societies, hats off to you for putting forth an effort and reaching out and finding this work. This work will outline these principles for you, and you can think about them individually and separately. Now, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a work that takes time, but expose yourself to them. I'm learning stuff every day when I read this material. I have new awarenesses of the impact of the statements that Napoleon Hill made, even the whatever your mind can conceive and believe the mind can achieve. Just the impact of that statement. I have new revelations and new awarenesses about that all the time, just empowering my own mind to move forward. And you guys out there can move forward in your life. Take the time to work out your definite chief aim. What is it that you want out of life? What is it that is going to pay your bills, right? That's a big consideration. But the secondary or the primary consideration probably should be, what is your purpose? What do you want to do in this life? I know that a lot of us want to help people. So pick your definite major purpose around something that you can do to help another person, and maybe figure out a way to make money with that as well. Who knows? But after you develop that definiteness of purpose, then you got to collect your mastermind. Get the people together that are going to help you achieve.